So excited to talk to you today.
Excited to talk to you.
Can you talk to me a little bit about when your creative journey began?
My creative journey began in childhood, and I was nurtured by early mentors that recognized my natural artistic abilities and encouraged me to keep exploring and to continue growing. So I've always been surrounded by creative influences. My father was a carpenter, my brother was he's a graphic artist, so the more technical aspect of it. But I'm the painter in the family, so.
Got it. And you said your grandma was an oil painter.
My grandmother is an oil painter, yes.
Nice. Were you painting like right from the beginning, or was there some other medium that like caught your eye?
My mom bought me a travel easel, Renoir, and it was a really nice wooden travel easel when I was in younger years, middle school. And I would spend summers with my grandma, who had the real deal easel in her bedroom, and she had all of her oil paints laid out, and she would let me, paint on little pieces of paper and stuff like that. But I've just always had those elements around me, so I just naturally gravitated towards them, and just kind of became inspired by different things as I got older and kept wanting to learn more.
Can you take me back to your first solo exhibit? I know that you sold like over 21 pieces within like the first 2 weeks, which is so impressive. What did that process of just like preparation look like for you?
The preparation was months long, and it was focused work, creating a cohesive body of art, and refining my presentation, and building anticipation through not just personal outreach, but also social media and marketing the show and the exhibition. So that was a big part of it.
The outreach that you had to do for your first exhibition. Mm-hmm. What did that look like for you?
We, for my solo exhibition, I decided to first set a marketing campaign that I wanted to do on different platforms to promote the show. And so I had to set a budget because I wanted to have some investment there. Mm-hmm. And then I handed out flyers. I had flyers that were made. I handed them all around San Diego, Liberty Station, different areas like that where there's a large volume of foot traffic. And I also went to a lot of the local news outlets that we have, a lot of local newspapers that you can get at a variety of businesses. Yeah. And I emailed certain people in the editorial part of the newspapers. Mm-hmm. And submit your show information, include images. I was fortunate that to have a one-page photo of a featured piece of a picture of one of my paintings that was in my show in the Union Tribune. And a buyer was actually looking at that newspaper, and that's what drew them in.
Oh,
so
that's amazing.
And then, social media, you have to market yourself. So
Definitely.
All those platforms.
Yeah, it's really good to know. How long does it usually take you to do a piece?
Normally, like this piece is going to be 6 to 8 weeks because it's the layering, and I have glazing that I have to do. I want to show different layers, and I want to incorporate elements like texture in different ways. So this is a commission that I'm working on now, and each piece, depending on the size, this one was about 12 weeks, but I'm going a lot bigger now, so they're taking some time. But each piece is more individual, but I try to take breaks, let the painting breathe. It's important to take a step back and come back to it and look at it with a fresh mind. So
yes, you mentioned that was a commission piece right there. Like, because you're an abstract artist, like, does the client have like specific creative input? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, commissions with normally, depending on the piece, what I do is I'll ask a series of questions and to give me an idea of what inspires them, what they're looking for. They can reference a photo, a color, and a feeling, or what emotion maybe they want this painting to have. So there's a series of questions that I'll ask, and then I'll allocate 6 to 8 weeks on the piece, and then there's a percentage that the customer pays down. Then they get 2 rounds of revisions. So in that time frame, they can get some work in progress photos, be a part of the process, but also make changes if they want. And then we deliver it and hang it. So
Yeah.
this piece actually was based on another that had actually sold, and the buyer loved that piece, but they wanted me to incorporate some more blue elements to it. So it'll look totally different. It'll be more blue, have more of a light blue hue to it. But they liked the gestural mark making and just the overall composition of the other piece. They just wanted to tweak the color a little bit.
Gotcha. Very cool. You have mentioned that art is very healing and transformative for you. How are you able to channel that into your work? Like, do you have any like specific process that works for you?
I allow my emotion to help guide my palette, my composition, using layers and textures in form to reflect the energy of a moment or a memory without the need for literal representation.
I know you're part of so many collections throughout the US. Were you really able to like expand your reach?
My artwork, I'm very fortunate to be able to have invested in a website where I can sell directly, and I market myself not just here but in other states throughout the U.S. So I do offer free shipping that's included in the price, and that is based on just where I'm at right now. And I have had sales from there that I'm very excited about. And through my training, I've learned how to professionally package paintings and also work with businesses that handle shipping artwork, large artwork across the U.S. So building those relationships and being able to actually put what I've learned into work is great. So I hope that it continues.
Definitely. And I love your website, by the way. I feel like you've done a really good job with just the product placement and just really giving your clients that, or potential clients that might come into the website, what your art can look like in their space. And I think that's really cool that you're able to kind of showcase it in that way.
It's important to have that visual element for the person, so they can see their painting in that space. So,
yeah, absolutely. Is there someone that you work with or that you trust in terms of like the website visuals?
Yeah, I maintain my website, and but it was through a friend of mine who, her name's Brenda York, and she's also one of my mentors. And her and her son own a business. It's called Smart Artworks for Artists, and they specialize in helping artists develop a website and building it, and educating them on how they can maintain it. It's going on in the future. So it was a thrill working with her.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
What do you think are the 3 most important things needed to be a successful artist?
Stay consistent, and stay authentic, and just be willing to take that feedback.
It's a lot of time and mental energy with creating these pieces. Like, how are you able to do everything and still like get your art done?
Oh, absolutely. Best for me, it's about time blocking studio hours. When you're scheduling time for yourself throughout the year, your calendar, your art, these things are non-negotiable. So you need to treat that and get in that organization as such. So that keeps you it keeps you accountable to yourself, so you can do more and still have a good schedule that's healthy for you.
Yeah. Is there any like tips you have for staying consistent?
Whenever you feel most creative is the best time for you. And so if you're a morning person and you feel you have more ideas in the morning, or you feel like you can do more at that time, then do it. Some people I know here are night owls, and they'll stay wee hours of the night. So it's about what you want and how you want the process to look like, because at the end of the day you want to enjoy that time, Um, but you know, we still have to complete the work. So just be realistic with yourself, and like I said, set goals for yourself that are achievable, especially when it comes to um, paintings that might take multiple steps, multiple layers, things like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Do you work on multiple paintings at a time, or do you tend to just do one at a time?
I'll work on multiple paintings at a time, just because it's healthy for you to take a step back and like I said, let them breathe, come back with a refreshed mind, and go over here and work on something from a completely different angle or color palette or composition. So it's good for you, and so it's okay, especially when you're submitting to multiple, you know, shows a month or have you. So so it's okay.
Yeah. You launched Art Connect. I'm curious because I didn't hear about it till I was like doing research on you, but can you talk to me a little bit more about that and like what inspired it?
Yep. Art Connect was born out of a desire to foster community and to share knowledge with other artists. So I started a public group on a Facebook platform, and that's where artists can support one another, encourage each other, they can share resources, and they can grow collectively. So you can access that through my Instagram on my highlights, or Facebook. It's Art Connect by Lucas Smith, and it's public. Anyone can join. We have 103 members now, and it's made up of professional artists, local artists, and artists all from all over California. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's so important for us to all share our knowledge and like just have a community.
Have a community,
Yeah.
share calls for entry. There's regional, share national and international calls as well. There's cash shows on there as well. Um, so right now it's very small, but hopefully it'll grow to
Yeah,
much more. So
definitely.
we'll see.
When did you realize that art was more than a hobby to you?
I knew art was more than a hobby to me when I started structuring my life around it, and when I started seeking out different shows I could enter, mentorships, and building up a routine for myself, foundation for myself that was professional and had, you know, purpose for me. So that's when I knew that art was more than just a hobby. So
Okay, and then lastly, do you have a message for someone out there that wants to pursue art as a career? Or words of encouragement, anything?
take yourself seriously and invest in your craft, and surround yourself with mentors and a community, and remember that being persistent is often matters more than just talent alone, I think.
Yeah,
So
that's great advice. Thank you.
thank you so
Alright.
much.
Yeah, thank